Good evening, and welcome to Nocturnal Enigmas. The Last Train to Elysium. Julia, an investigative journalist, had always been drawn to mysteries that others shied away from. When she heard about the strange disappearances in the small town of Black Hollow, she knew she had to investigate. All the missing people had one thing in common. They were last seen boarding the late-night train at the local station. Curiosity piqued, Julia decided to take the train herself. She packed a small bag, told no one where she was going, and bought a one-way ticket for the 11:45 p.m. departure. The station was nearly empty, save for a few stray cats and an old man sweeping the platform. He looked up as she approached. "First time on the late train?" he asked, his eyes narrowing. "Yes," Julia replied. "Is it always this quiet?" The old man chuckled. "You could say that. Most folks around here know better than to ride the last train." Ignoring the ominous tone in his voice, Julia boarded the train as it pulled into the station. It was an old model, its seats covered in worn velvet, its windows tinged with years of grime. She took a seat near the back and waited. As the train pulled out of the station, Julia felt a strange sensation, as if she were being pulled into a tunnel of darkness. She shook her head, attributing it to fatigue. But when she looked out the window, she realized that the landscape had changed. The familiar trees and hills were gone, replaced by a barren wasteland bathed in an eerie purplish light. Panic rising, Julia walked to the front of the train to find the conductor. But when she opened the door to the next car, she found herself in a bustling marketplace, its stalls filled with strange and exotic goods. People in elaborate costumes haggled over items that defied description. Jars filled with swirling colors, clocks that moved backward, fruits that seemed to change shape before her eyes. Confused and disoriented, Julia stumbled through the marketplace, searching for a way out. She finally found the conductor, who was engaged in a heated conversation with a man dressed in a tattered suit and top hat. "Ah, a new arrival," the man said, turning to Julia with a grin. "Welcome to Elysium, my dear. I'm the mayor, and you are?" "Julia," she stammered. "Where am I? What is this place?" "Elysium is a realm between realms, a marketplace for souls," the mayor explained. "You see, the last train doesn't just take you to another destination, it takes you to another reality. And once you're here, the only currency that matters is your soul." Horrified, Julia turned to the conductor. "Is this true? Is there no way back?" The conductor sighed. "There is one way, but it comes at a price. You must find something in the marketplace that is of equal or greater value to your soul. Only then can you return to your world." Determined to escape, Julia scoured the marketplace, her journalistic instincts kicking in. She interviewed vendors, haggled over prices, and examined items with a critical eye. Finally, she found it, a small, unassuming box that radiated a pure, white light. The vendor, a wizened old woman, claimed that it contained the essence of hope. "Hope is the most valuable currency in any realm," the woman said, "even more valuable than a soul." Julia traded her one-way ticket for the box and returned to the conductor, who nodded approvingly. "Well done," he said, taking the box and placing it in a hidden compartment. "You've earned your passage back." As the train pulled into the station, Julia felt a wave of relief wash over her. She had escaped Elysium, but at what cost? As she disembarked, she noticed that the old man was still there, sweeping the platform. Ah, you're back, he said, looking up. Not many people return from the last train. Julia nodded, her mind racing with questions. Who were the vendors in Elysium? What happened to the other missing people? And what was the true nature of the realm she had visited? As she left the station, Julia realized that she had a new mission: to investigate the mystery of the last train and to expose the dark secret behind its true destination. But as she walked away, she couldn't shake the feeling that a part of her had been left behind, traded away in a marketplace for souls.